start at the beginning, right? Isn't that how it always goes in those cheesy detective novels? Yes, I'll start at the beginning. I got up, same time as usual, fixed ham and eggs for Ted, and made sure he got off to work on time. Then I got ready for work myself. I just bought myself this new suit last weekend, and do you like it? Susie had decided to stay home with the new baby, and so her position was up for grabs. I wanted to make a good impression, but Mr. Jefferson, that jerk, I'm his secretary. He had me swamped all day. And every time I would look up at the clock to see how close I was to lunch, I saw Kathy Parsons schmoozing Mr. Simmons, our firm's senior partner. And I just thought, oh no, there goes my chance. Your cheeks flush with words unspoken, your chest tightens with panic, and the blood in your veins boil, and your eyes flash in moments of envy. Our emotions control us more than any of us would like to admit. But what happens if we take it just a step too far? Desire, fear, anger, and jealousy have become controlling personalities in the mind of Delaila. But what happens? Will she succumb to the voices in Megan C. Oh my gosh. In Delaila by Megan C. Hicks. So, since I couldn't compete with her way of doing business, I decided to concentrate on the pile of work at my desk. I guess I spent $125 on this suit for no reason. I work quite well under pressure, except for one moment. I lost focus, and that put me about 30 minutes behind schedule. I wish I had blonde, curly tresses and big blue eyes like Kathy, so I could get anything I wanted in life. But I do try and keep in shape for Ted. I think I look pretty good for my age, don't you? Maybe that's why he did it, because I'm just getting old and she's so young and pretty. And then my shift was over, and it was time to head home. I had to stop in the grocery store on the way because it was Ted and I's anniversary. So I figured I would pick up something special for dinner. Steak, wine, a big salad maybe. I thought I would wear that purple evening gown that Ted likes so much. The one with the plunging neckline. I had everything planned out perfectly. I just wanted everything to be wonderful, like a fairy tale. But, of course, we know it did not turn out that way. Now, did it? Things never turn out the way I want them to, and I suppose they never will. I was hoping that nothing would go wrong. So, when I pulled into my driveway, I was very excited and even humming under my breath. But then I noticed that Ted's car is already in the driveway. That's odd. Something's wrong. But then I remembered that Ted had said he wasn't feeling well earlier, so I figured he'd come home with like a migraine or something. He always had a headache. So I decided to go in the back door. The front door has this awful squeak. I'd asked him over and over to fix the dang thing. He never does what I ask him to. But I stopped asking a while ago. I didn't want him to think I was a nag. Because then he might leave me for some young girl with blonde hair and blue eyes. So I tried to sneak in the back door, and I got myself humming under my breath. I put a hand over my mouth and giggled. I was acting like a silly little girl. I was acting like an idiot. And as I was putting groceries away, I happened to look out the kitchen window. It outlooks onto this alley, and there was a car parked back there. One I recognized not at first. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. Because, like I said, I am an idiot. I went down the hall and I put my coat and purse away. And as I passed the staircase, I heard the radio. That's funny. Oh, something's wrong. Why is the radio on? He said he wasn't feeling well, so why is the dang radio on? And that song, I recognized it. It reminded me of when I was a little girl and someone did something very bad to me and ruined me for life and messed me up for everything else. All I wanted was to be a happy little girl. Never mind. I'm not here to talk about that. I went up the stairs very quietly because somewhere inside of me I knew that something awful was going to happen. Something is wrong. And that song was playing. There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he... And I heard a giggle. Not Ted's giggle, but a woman's giggle. A very seductive giggle. Turns out to be... And I went and I looked in the keyhole and there was Ted. Someone will watch over me. With someone else? This can't be happening. Some bimbo with blonde tresses and big blue eyes. The jerk! After everything I've done for him! And it was our anniversary. I wanted everything to be perfect. And I figured out whose car it was in the alley. It was Kathy Parsons from the office. The woman who was schmoozing for that promotion. The woman who gets everything she wants. She can't even type! Why did it have to be her? And he was, there's a somebody I'm longing to see. And something in me snapped. I hope that he... And that song was whirling and swirling inside of me and ripping me to shreds. Turns out to be... And it reminded me of my father. Someone to watch over me. And I was in this daze. I was there and not there. I was there and somewhere else, somewhere a long time ago. When my father sang to me. And in this daze, I found myself in the back of the closet, reaching for Ted's revolver. I thought, can I do this? I have to do this, as I reached for the gun. And all of these feelings that I haven't felt in a long time, they snapped into place as I loaded the gun. There's a somebody I'm longing to see. And I walked upstairs. I hope that he... The gun felt good in my hands. Turns out to be... And I pushed open the door and that song was whirling and swirling around me and I raised the gun. Someone will watch over me. Stop singing that song! And as I pulled the trigger, I heard myself singing, stop singing that song, Daddy! Stop it! Don't hurt me anymore! Stop it! Stop! There's something I'm longing to see. I hope that he turns out to be someone who was.